Good evening, everyone. It's that time. It's that time again. And welcome along to my live YouTube stream. I'm Danny C. Let's get down to business, shall we? I hope everyone's doing good, and I hope everyone is well. So let's get straight to it then. This is the last round, the finale of the Gran Turismo World Series Manufacturers Cup in the online qualifiers, and we are finishing off the campaign at Suzuka. I hope everyone's doing good. So let's get straight to it then. Yes, indeed, Stig. Good evening, my brother. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you're well. And thank you very much for the good luck message. And so, for those who don't know Indian Stig, he has a channel for those who like to go and check him out. He does open lobbies, daily races, Gran Turismo World Series content. So Indian Stig's your brother to go and check out. So let's have a look at what this race has to offer, as we're going to go into the 6 o'clock slot in the UK. So what's going to be happening is that there's a 20 lap race, and you do need to use two different tyre compounds with racing mediums, racing softs, and the qualification times lasted 7 minutes, with the tyre wear rate set to 2, whereas the fuel consumption rate is set to 1. So fuel should not be an issue there. So obviously we also have a shortcut penalty that's set to light, as well as the mechanical damage, as he has been from the beginning of the not just for the online qualifiers, but for the exhibition, the previous exhibitions. So obviously the Ghost is quite strong. The track limit is normal, no wall collisions. Just all the basic thing, just all the basics that you need to know. So other than that, you can only change the brake balance also. Although you only need to run two different tyre compounds, which is the only thing you have to do in a race. Otherwise, failing to comply with that rule will end up with a penalty also. And pit lane cutting penalties also on too. So let's get onto the track, having topped up some oil. So I'm yet to go and get some laps on the mediums, so just get into the flow with the mediums. So you can already notice the difference between the soft tyre run and the medium tyre run. But when the tyre wear comes on, then it feels pretty different with the amount of fuel you got in the car on race trim. Whereas for the practice and qualifying itself, it's the fuel consumption rate is turned off. Well, it depends like what PD throw out this game sometimes. It's just getting this last corner together. still can get the traction out of the hairpin on the medium tyres. So it's an okay time. Just to give you a rough idea of how quick the medium tyre can get you in a certain car. So I'm just going to go for at least another run. So I'm not really sure what to expect coming into this race, depending who I'm racing against. Like last time, I was P12 with the qualifying between the pole position and myself, where I qualify P12, literally just like however half a second difference between pole position and 12th place. In the last qualifying run at Sardinia, and I went on to what was 7th place on the road, and because somebody quit the lobby whilst the game was still loading before we go into the post-race screen, I was gifted another position, which were P6, and therefore that got me 259 points on that occasion, which, to say that the Porsche may not be a favourable car to be liking, ever since the last update literally nerfed very much every single car on this game. Although there is a couple that can still get decent results, as you will see on the rankings and so on. So when I looked at the Porsche, the manufacturer ranking, I was just outside the top 10 when I last looked, which were, I think it was yesterday or something. And then, other than that, regardless what happens, then it's been slow start to getting some results in, and as the second half got on, I began to finish in the top 8, increasing the DR as well as getting some more points on the board. So in other words, I'm going to go for a quick toilet break, and I'll be back in a bit. 6. Alright. For one last time of the GT World Series Manufacturers Cup. Good luck to those who are taking part of this round. And let's see who I'm up against. So I've got some familiar faces from what I can see. Obviously there's Kaza, Ancient Pleb, Matty, Racer, Mario, Sonic. So there's 327 points for the race win, and you get 232 for 8th. So anywhere in the top 8 is still good. So anywhere in the top 8, jobs are good and jobs are fish. Got Mario, Sonic in there, as well as a few of us who I raced with before. It's got racing softs and somebody's on the racing mediums. Set it to 4 and give myself 50 seconds, and then we'll just go from there. Obviously with the qualifying in Formula 1 kicking off as well, so a lot happening for sure. So obviously looking on practice, then it's going to be between Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri for the McLaren, unless somebody else of them could show up, but we will see how that goes. So just give myself another 20 seconds and then we'll be good to go. Obviously there's one chilling in the pits behind me. Let's get going. The Italian's still chilling. Fast Lulu. Let's get this first flying lap underway and see what I can achieve. Brake balance 4 to the rear. Let's do this. We're starting to see some quality times coming through. Looked like a good lap so far. Feels like a good lap. Just need to put the second half of the lap together. $59.2 for Mario Sonic. And that's a 59.5 from my end. So I've got one more shot. Don't look like a great first sector, but not even this one. So it'll have to do for now. And we'll just go from there. For this strategy, it's like a similar exercise to one of the exhibition races from a couple of months ago. Having looked back on what went wrong and how I can get better, but this time in a different car. I'm just gonna have to adapt to the shift from the front-engine rear-wheel drive car to the mid-engine rear-wheel drive car. Seems like no one else is improving, so unless somebody behind there can make a difference. Well, look at that, like literally 3 tenths behind pole position. Another close qualifying once more. But somebody pinched another position off me, the ancient pleb. So that puts me down to P9. Quick piss, 2 secs. You ever seen another qualifying session where literally 5 tenths like 5 tenths between the top 10. It's crazy. Another sweaty lobby for sure. And looking at what we have on the field, I'm the only one in the Porsche, so I'm just gonna have to get the redemption if I can. Somebody chasing for P14. Pleased with that, obviously. That person. So I'm all good with fluid. It's a rolling start, obviously. Have a good race, and good luck, everyone. Let's finish off this season on a positive note. It's not going to be easy in terms of strategy, but let's see what we can do. So for one last time, let's play the music. Let's get down to business and do the talking on the track. Good luck and have fun. Let's do this. You can hear the engine nuts rising to the top to burn some fuel down. You got Mario Sonic in P5. I'm not seeing a Jaguar used as much. And I'm number 13 in P11. Good evening, Alex. Thank you very much for tuning in, and thank you for the good luck message. I hope you're well, my brother. Another sweaty lobby I came across, but let's see what I can do. And see what, which strategy is on, who's on which strategy. Lights out and away we go. The Penguins made a move on the ancient pleb. Didn't really help that bit. Mercedes had a moment out of that chicane. Oh, the Mercedes has gone wide. And somebody's had a moment further up. It's the Jaguar, I think it is. Which it is. Jaguar's going for the move. Well, looking to go for a move further up. So the battle for P8 is heating up nicely. We just need to keep our feet on the ground. In fact, we've got P7 on the cards. But the P8 drive is slightly disappeared off. And the Jaguar is giving the other driver a bit of a bump draft. And had his moment. Oopsie daisies. But the Jaguar eventually got the move done. I just need to get a little closer to the Nismo. I notice a slight little blipping on front, so just have to be mindful. Yes, Sim. Welcome along, buddy. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hope you're well. All well from my end, thank you. Just slowly, obviously into the groove with such things. But other than that, all is well from my end, thank you. Can see the battle for P6 developing further up front. So it's just a case of we'll just try and get close to them unless others behind me give me a little nudge. And Matty set the fastest lap of the race as well, on the racing mediums, by the looks of things. Heard an aggressive tyre screech from behind. Not really sure what happened there. Is he going to go for the overtake? Surely, surely. Good little battle there. Don't know if I'm going to get a tyre penalty for that. Obviously, I don't need to know the gap. I don't need to look at the gap. I can hear the noisy V8 engine of the Ferrari. Side by side still. And then you've got the Penguin who's joined the party also. Gone a bit wide on the bit of curb. Change it to from 4 to 5 on the rear, on the brake by wire. Get a bit more rotation. Great respect between myself and some drivers behind me. But the battle's not done yet. He's gonna go for the move, innit? Look at that, side by side through 130R. And the Ferrari just does a dive bomb. That is a Max Verstappen special on that one. There's a couple of drivers who've gone out on the softs, started on the softs. Mario Sonic's in the pits. As he started on the mediums. So we had a couple of drivers who started on the softs and one's gone onto the started on the mediums. So big consistency of getting the 2-minute ones and then got back into the 2-minute twos as the tyres were wearing out slowly while the fuel's going down. So if I can make the tyres last a few laps, then that should put me in a good mindset to approach, to get the soft tyres to the end. So it's like a similar exercise to this sort of combo on the exhibition race a couple of months ago. There we go. Come on. You shall not pass, sir. Is he going to go for the dive bomb? I don't think so. Make him wear his tyres out. I don't need to know that because I can hear the noisy bi-turbo V8 engine. Oh crap. Kept it on the road, having gone a bit deep there. Well, it was okay while it lasted, but we'll just keep going. Let's see what pace these two have. So I'm out to the lead, and I'm just making my tyres last a little longer, compared to the last time I've did this race combo. So the Ferrari's gone past. I would assume that the Ferrari's got new tyres. Get that slip off him. We've got the Nismo driver behind me also, pitting for new tyres. That was a massive blip. And I got the Nismo right behind me also. Thank you, pal. Got Mario Sonic on me here. And I got two people behind as well. I would assume they're on the newer tyres. And I'm going to come into the pits at the end of this lap. And that is the only mandatory pit stop completed. Well, I say mandatory, but a different tyre compound put on. So let's see what I can get at the end. So I pitted a couple of laps later than the last time I did on this kind of combo. I can see some cars up ahead. So with 5 laps to go, a lot to play for sure. So I've got more momentum than the Nismo up front. Just need to pass the driver in one piece. Something's happened to the Ferrari with the yellow flags. Very unlucky. time and patience. Oh, had to back out of that one. You know, it's frustrating when somebody did the undercut and then knowing that the car's losing performance up front and... Oh. Now's my chance. Come on! Come on! Let's go! Yellow flags, yellow flags. Can't overtake under yellow flags, otherwise I'll get a penalty for that. Let's get him. Oh. Hey, I hope somebody's had a moment there. That's Mario Sonic. What happened to Mario Sonic? There's a bit of pushing and shoving going off between these two. Took me that many laps to try and get past the Nismo. Give him a little nudge. Just not meant to be. Just not meant to be. Never mind. Oh, been a long, long race. But we got there at the end. Well, it was, pardon me, not quite the finish we were after, but so obviously it's one of them things, isn't it, that it's just not gone. You know, when you're doing everything right, and then obviously somebody else gets in the way, then it. I'm not complaining because I enjoy myself regardless, because it's just. It's been like one of the tougher online qualifiers with this update, in all honesty. But, you know, I battled through my own scraps and then got some results. So I'm not even fussed like what happens next. And so, thank you for the race. And let's get on to the... What is... the ticket. Obviously, I'm going to have to cut short a bit on this one, unfortunately. And a 4-star roulette ticket. So we've got some money. Better than nothing. And then we'll close off the stream. And just a little something of what's to come next time when I go live. So, just want to say thank you very much to those of you who are just tuned in to say hello while I'm on the go. And started 11th, finished 13th in the end. It was just a tough race, of course, but did everything right. And then it was just competition was tight to wherever you're racing with, and so. But other than that, it's been an up and down campaign, and then obviously been some promising results for the last two races up until. This race is Suzuka, but it is what it is. So, next time I'll be going live is on Tuesday, and this time I could go on for as long as 3 hours, and I'll be live on Tuesday as we're going to be running in the GR3. So open lobbies, lobbies opening at 7:50 UK time, and I'll be live in a few minutes, well before. So anybody liking the content, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't, and push the notification button as well. Other than that, that's very much like it from my side, and I'm going to have to cut short. Have a great evening, great Easter, wherever you are, whatever you're up to, everyone. Look after yourself, stay safe, and for myself, Danny C, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.